Well, if you've had a good day on the water, that means you've got fish in the basket. This is Steve with Huffs Haven. Today we check in with a fisherman to show us the proper technique on how to fillet a fish.
Well, today we're talking about filleting fish, and first of all, the key is you have to have fish. And so I have 3 different varieties of fish I'm going to be filleting. And this is called a crappie, a black crappie. It's a nice size one, typical for nice size Ohio crappie. The second one is a hybrid fish. It's called a sawguy. Got sharp teeth. It's a combination walleye and sauger. And they are really growing in Ohio lakes. This is a small one comparatively. They come as big as 24, 26 inches. And then this is a white bass. Very pretty fish, one of the prettiest fishes around. So I think probably what we'll do is fillet the crappie here. Of course, very important to have a very, very sharp knife. This is called a fillet knife. It's different than a butcher knife or any other kind of a knife. I just sharpened it. It's extremely sharp. Now, with the, we're not going to clean the fish. Some people clean fish. We're not actually going to be exposing the guts of the fish. We're actually going to just make a small cut here above the head, just along the backbone, and then I'm going to slice down right behind its gills. You can see I'm making a slice here, and I'm going to cut down on that, and then I'm going to angle my knife so that we can run that knife right along the backbone, because that's where the best meat of the fish is. So we're actually running that knife right along. I'm holding the fish down right along the backbone of the fish. Well, when I get so far, I want to run the knife all the way through the fish so it comes out here just around the pectoral fin. So you see the knife coming out there. Now I'm going to angle it down real hard this way so that I don't lose any meat, and I'm cutting right against the actual spine and the rib bone. Okay, we've made the initial cut. Now I'm going to take my knife, the tip of my knife, that's why it has to really be sharp, and I'm going to start this cutting process here, making sure I cut just above the rib bones, because we don't want bones in a fillet. No one likes to have bones in their fillet. So I'm being very careful not to cut the ribs. But I'm still getting a lot of meat, as you can see. So I'm making that cut. Trying to be really careful about the rib bones. I can hear them, but I'm not cutting any yet. And now we're just about down to the part where I can actually just trim the fillet right off here, because there's no other good meat. But this is then a fillet. Now, of course, it has the skin on it. A lot of people don't prefer to eat the skin, and so I'm simply going to hold it down by the tail here with the tip of my finger. I'm going to run this knife, and again, the knife has to really be sharp. We're running the knife right along the skin so as to cut the meat right away from the skin of the fish. And then this then is a completed fish fillet. We're going to bread that tonight dip it in egg, and then dip it in cracker crumbs and fry it in hot. The fish has 2 sides. We have to fillet the other side of the fish. And this one's actually a little easier for me. I don't know, maybe it's because right-handed and left-handed, but I'm going to do the same process. I'm going to put the tip of the knife into the fish and make a cut right behind its gills, like so. And this is why it's a little easier for me. It's because of the angle. I can actually angle back this way. I don't feel like I'm working against myself. So I'm cutting right along again the spine as to not to waste meat, and get to a point where I know I can put that knife all the way through, and I'm going to poke it through so it comes out just, you can see the tip of the knife there, and I'm angling it down right against the backbone so as not to waste any meat. And now I have that cut that I've made, and I'm going to continue now to take the tip of my knife and just kind of prod along very lightly along the ribs. At the same time, I'm peeling back with my hand. Oh yeah, this is going to be a much better fillet because I can control it just a little bit better. Putting a little bit more pressure on it. I'm just about finished cutting it back. There we go. Now I can see the white part. There's skin. There's really not much left. So I'm going to make my cut right here. That's just ribs. If you fried it, you could probably eat that, but I just prefer to have fillet of fish, not mess with the bones. And now I'm cutting the skin off just as we did on the other side. And now we have our second complete fillet of fish.
For now, this is Steve from huffshaven.com. For more tips on preserving, be sure to check out our website at huffshaven.com or our Facebook page and follow us on Twitter.